Where does the tunnel lead? Hi everybody, welcome back. It's time to dive into Chapter 9. I'm Miss Jenny, and welcome to my story time. We're still chugging along here with, this baby. This adorable little baby. The Super Mario Brothers the movie junior novelization. Mario and Luigi escaped the de-evolution chamber and they pushed Koopa in and he sat on one of his de-evolutionized technicians. So now they stole a cop car and they're on the run. They decided to go down a tunnel, so that's where we left off. Is them just rolling into a tunnel. Do you think that they're going to escape and get back to the real world? I guess we'll find out. Huzzah! Do you guys like the orange today? Decided to do orange today. Chapter 9. In his tower, high above the city, Koopa relaxed in a steaming bath of greenish-brown mud. I knew it. I knew he'd be taking a bath during all this, that lazy. Across from him, Lena slid into the marble tub. Of course she did. There's nothing like a mud bath, Lena sighed sensuously. Again, this is a book for children. Sensuously? I like it. It's clean and dirty at the same time. Hush, I'm thinking, Koopa replied. About the merge, Lena guessed. You don't really believe that your princess is the only one that can do it, do you? She slid through the mud and rubbed against him. Ew. I think we can do it together. Koopa wasn't interested in what she thought. Nobody's merging with anybody. Ew. Nobody's merging with anybody until I have the meteorite piece. We need the princess. She's the only one who can withstand the force of the meteorite. She was born to do it. Ah. And what am I? Lena asked jealously. Jealously. Look it up. Jealously. Chopped lizard? Think of me, Koopa. We've been together since before she even hatched. Ignoring her, Koopa pressed a button. A moment later, Spike stumbled into the room. Yeah, return of Spike. Where are the plumbers? In the Kupari tunnel, sir, Spike replied, heading for the desert. Koopa thought for a second. Then it's bye-bye plumbers. The tunnel ends in a 200-foot drop to the desert floor. So I guess we'll just pick through the remains. A bit gruesome perhaps, but I still get what I want. He has a point. It's kind of efficient, really. If you let them, just and he just, has his minions, sort through the remains and stuff. Might be bloody. The king snapped his fingers. Get us our robes, Spike. He watched the goon retrieve the robes from the closet and return. Tell me, Spike, have you been spending much time in the de-evolution machine? Oh, no, sir, Spike replied. Then he bent close to Koopa's ear and whispered, the only time I go near it is to pull Iggy out. Between you and me, sir, I'm not sure I really need Iggy anymore. I'm carrying him so much. You may as well just have one of us. Damn. I'll make that decision, Koopa replied. Then he shouted, Iggy! The door opened and Iggy came in. Yes, sir. Any minute now. the plumbers will plummet to their deaths. Hence the name plumbers, I guess, Iggy said with a grin. He waited for the others to laugh, but no one reacted, so Iggy coughed. Spike told that joke, sir. If Iggy just talked and he just said Spike did, he really is stupid. He's really stupid. Okay. I need you two to go out to the desert, get me the meteorite piece, and mop up a bit. Koopa ordered them. Mop up the desert? Spike scowled. Is that a figure of speech, sir? Koopa groaned. Iggy winked at him and pointed at Spike's head to indicate how dumb Spike was, but Koopa had had enough. You two, come with me, he ordered. What about me? Lena asked. You bring me the princess, Koopa snapped. Have her cleaned up. Very well, sir, Lena replied with a bow. She was not at all pleased. I wouldn't be pleased either if my man was telling me to go get another little young thing and clean her up for him. Ew. No, dump him, Lena. You're better than this. A few moments later, Koopa led Spike and Iggy into the de-evolution chamber. Without a word, he pushed Spike into the chair and watched as the restraints clamped down automatically. What? What are you doing? Koopa said nothing as the chair slid back to the de-evolution unit. The machine dropped over the goon's head. Iggy stood beside the king smiling. Wise choice, sir. Spike will be much better off as dripping goo. No, you guys were like best friends. It's messed up. It's messed up. Koopa stepped to the control panel and turned the dial from primordial, past neutral, to advanced. What are you doing? Iggy gasped. The machine glowed and hissed. Moments later, the device rose. Spike appeared to be sitting straighter, with his legs crossed in a debonair fashion. There was a new clarity to his eyes. Hello, not-so-benevolent dictator, Spike greeted Koopa. That's a charming ensemble. Should come back in style sometime this epoch. I don't know what an epoch is. Is that you, Spike? Iggy asked, amazed. Spike turned and looked down his nose at his partner. Good day, peasant. Such a turn of events. Now you. Koopa grabbed Iggy and threw him in the de-evolution chair. Maybe if you're not such idiots, you won't mess up all the time. A few moments later, Iggy was similarly evolved. I got there eventually, guys. My word, he said, stepping out of the chair. You don't say. I feel as though I've been transformed. Yes, Spike agreed. A most agreeable transmogrification. This page is giving me trouble. Enough of this garbage, Koopa said, and with a sweep of his arm, to the desert, both of you. Iggy didn't move. It hardly seems logical for us to do such menial labor, does it? Perhaps we should stay and help formulate a strategy, inner circle, tete-a-tete, that sort of thing. Koopa gritted his teeth, wondering if he made a mistake by giving these idiots brains. Here's what seems logical to me. If you do not return with the meteorite piece, I I will personally kill you myself. Since you put it that way, Spike said, pushing his partner forward, towards the door. Yes, Iggy agreed. Very good point. I think it works on numerous levels. The door closed. Idiots, Koopa thought. I like that he still thinks that they're idiots even though they're smart. Because sometimes you can't change the way your brain functions even if you have a higher IQ. The stolen police car soared silently through the dark tunnel. Long tendrils of yellow fungus blew in through the car's smashed front windows. While Luigi wiped off the stuff from his face, Mario pumped desperately on the brakes. I can't stop this thing, he shouted. And I can't see where I'm going. This fungus is gonna kill us. Ahead, through the thick, web-like fungus, Luigi could see a small circle of dim light growing larger. Suddenly he realized what it was. What is it? Look out, Mario! Luigi screamed. We're hitting the end of the tunnel. Too late. They shot out of the tunnel's end and into the night like a spitball. The sandy desert floor below raced up toward them at a blinding speed. Mario and Luigi covered their eyes with their hands. This was the end. It was all over. They were going to spring. Just inches from the desert floor, the car suddenly stopped and shot back up into the sky as if attached to a giant bungee cord. Down again it plummeted. Only this time the car came to a gentle stop on the desert floor. Aha! Mario shouted gleefully, still gripping the wheel. Talk about superior driving skills. Come on, Mario, you know you didn't do that. It's not even possible. Seated beside him, Luigi was staring down at a tiny piece of fungus in his hand. Come on, let's get out, Mario said. The brothers crawled out onto the cool sand. In the moonlight, Luigi stared back up at the long, thick tendrils of fungus that stretched from the tunnel's opening down to the back of the police car. Was it possible the fungus have saved them? Signs point to yes. Wow, Luigi said in awe. What's the deal with this fungus? Mario shook his head. Nothing. I'm telling you, Mario, Luigi said, staring up again at the fungus. There's something going on here. I'm serious. There's nothing going on, Mario insisted. Superior driving skills, period. He's kind of full of himself. I don't like this side of you, Mario. Lock it up. Find some, humility. Be humble. Back in Koopa's tower, Daisy sat with Daniela and several other girls in a large concrete cell guarded by Goombas. Finally! We haven't seen these girls in, many chapters. I don't think we've seen Daisy since, chapter 5, maybe. Holy moly. The girls had all been abducted by Iggy and Spike, and Daniela was filling Daisy in on everything she knew. All I know is some guy named Koopa is looking for some princess or something, Daniela said as she chewed on a stick of gum. So why are all of you here? Daisy asked. Daniela shrugged. Those goons who kidnapped us thought we were all princesses. Supposedly, this princess went through some kind of gateway. Gateway to what? Daisy asked. When Danielle shrugged again, Daisy turned to a short girl named Angelica, who was dressed in a turquoise cocktail dress. I don't know, and I don't care, Angelica replied. I just want to get out of here. Daisy was just about to ask another question when Lena came in. Who are you? Daniela asked. Where are we? Asked Angelica. You can't keep us here, Daisy said. Girls, please, Lena replied. Trust me, I don't want to be here either. Are you here to help us? Daniela asked. Lena slowly studied each and every one of them. Hardly, Lena replied. Let me guess, which one of you is Princess Daisy? Lena stopped right in front of Daisy and stared hard. A small, tight smile appeared on the woman's face. Ah, yes. You have your mother's eyes. The next thing Daisy knew, Lena was escorting her to a dressing room, where her hair was done and she was given a lavender gown. Then Lena took her up to the elevator and into Koopa's suite. As they entered the room, Daisy heard a strange animal sound, but she was too distracted to pay attention. Would you like to see your mother? Lena asked. Yes, of course. Daisy gasped, looking around. Where is she? In the grounds somewhere, I suppose, Lena replied, enjoying the shock and saddened look on Daisy's face. She's dead. What a bitch. Daisy looked down at the floor. Lena had no patience for self-pity. Listen, Princess, I've been hanging around Koopa as long as that meteorite piece has been hanging around your neck. And if you want to keep that neck... Before she could continue, the door swung open, and Koopa entered, all his eyes focused on Daisy. A smile crept across his lips. Lena quickly rose and headed for the door. Why did it say all his eyes? He only has 2 of them. It's weird. It was just weird. Why, Koopa, she smiled as she passed him. I was just telling Daisy about her mother. Koopa gazed at Daisy and shook his head wistfully. It was sad about your mother. She was an inspiration. Until she got in my way. What about my father? Daisy asked. Is he still alive? Koopa moved closer to her. Yes. No. Maybe. Which? Daisy said with a frown. Where is he? Koopa moved closer, still staring at her intensely. Here. And there. As Daisy gazed back into the king's eyes, she began to feel lightheaded. She quickly looked away. Stay away from me. Don't fight it, Koopa whispered, coming still closer. You know you're drawn to it, always searching for your past and where you really belong. You belong here, now, with me. Daisy felt her will to resist him slowly fading. Grrr. The spell was broken by a growl. Daisy was shocked to see a baby dinosaur bounding toward her. It looked just like a miniature Tyrannosaurus Rex. The creature stopped just a foot from Daisy and stared back at her. You can pet him, Koopa said. His name is Yoshi. He's one of a long line of royal pets. Fascinated, Daisy reached out towards the tiny beast. Yoshi quickly rolled on his back so she could pet his stomach. He's real, Daisy said. You see, Koopa said, sliding close to her again. You're one of us, descended from dinosaurs and destined to rule. You and I, together. Once again, he began to weave a spell upon her. Can Koopa, do, hypnotism? Can he, do that? Is that a thing? It feels like it's like olden time vampire thing when you look deep into my eyes. I didn't know this was a thing. Daisy felt herself growing helpless as his eyes became reptilian and his skin grew scaly. You know what they say about little girls? He hissed softly. They never forget The first time they kiss a lizard. Koopa seemed to be regressing back into a reptile. He flicked his long tongue at her. Daisy blinked. No, stop! Ew. Excuse us, Koopa, a voice said. Daisy looked up and saw Iggy and Spike, the two goons who kidnapped her. Koopa became human again and glared at him. What a cockblock, am I right? Catch you at a bad time? Spike said. We sent a drone to the desert to check on the plumbers, Iggy reported. The plumber's vehicle is unpeopled. Unpeopled, scowled Koopa. What are you saying? The car is empty, Iggy explained. That would leave one to assume that the plumbers are alive in the desert somewhere. Koopa jumped up. Then get them, you idiots. If I see you or the plumbers again without the meteorite piece, I'll kill all four of you. Right away, sir. Iggy and Spike quickly departed, closing the door behind them. Koopa turned back to Daisy. I apologize for my slithering manner, he said, moving toward her again. I need to attend to my evil, ruthless, world domination plan. He shrugged offhandedly. You know how it is. Don't touch me, Daisy gasped, backing away. Suddenly, Yoshi growled at Koopa, who stopped and stared at the creature with an evil frown. See, even he's loyal to the royal family. Without warning, he gave the tiny Tyrannosaurus Rex a vicious kick and then left the room. What an ace. Daisy crept over to the little dinosaur and started petting it again. Royal family? Princess? Was it really possible? And that's the end of chapter 9. So, the fungus saved the police car from going kaboom in the desert. The Mario brothers technically escaped. Iggy and Spike got re-evolutionized and got smarter. But now they're like, still stupid. Lena's still being a bosh. And Daisy might be a princess. Who would have seen it coming? I'm glad that all the other girls are still okay, though. I mean, even though they are still in captivity, but they are still okay. That's good. What's gonna happen next? Will we ever find out what happened to Daisy's dad? I wonder. Will the Mario brothers come back? Will anyone ever figure out that the meteorite piece was taken by Bertha from the Boom Boom room? Guys, thank you so much for joining me today while we read the Super Mario Brothers a movie junior novelization in hushed tones. I've been Miss Jenny. Join us next time for chapter 10. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.